Guys, I found the best hair system look ever. What's up guys, it's Jay Kent. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the best and worst hair systems that I've found in my recent days that are uploaded to the YouTubes. This video is sponsored by LaVivid Hair. If you're looking for a hair system, check out the links down below. Get you an exclusive discount. Now, let's just jump into the interwebs, shall we? Alright guys, so this first one up right here is coming directly from LaVivid. So this is something that they're showing as a before and after. Now this looks pretty dang good in the back, right? The back is one of the most telling things when it comes to a hair system. I can, however, see this line right here. I'm just calling it for what it is there, bucko. We can see his hair down below and then the hair system right here, which, you know, I think that the back is actually maybe one of the harder parts of a hair system to conceal, maybe even more so than the front hairline, actually. People don't really realize that because you're constantly looking at yourself and your hairline, so like people are obsessed with that naturally. But the interesting thing is a lot of people think, like, as you start getting more into the hair system community and start like researching them, like the way the back looks is really important. And you know, right here it's looking pretty good, but I can see this distinguishing line right here, so something to be mindful for. So you can see like his hair texture right here, and then, you know, the line kind of follows this. Now I would say that this is actually slightly different color than this. I think I'm not the best with colors, I'm actually colorblind, but to me it looks like there's some differentiation there. So this is, of course guys, something that if you are on the street, nobody is going to call you out about this. Like nobody is going to know that nobody's going to know. They're going to know.
Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. They're going to know. How would they know?
Nobody is gonna know that you're wearing a hair system on the street. Like this, we're talking about stuff that is so minute and stuff that really only us in the community and maybe a hairdresser would know. All right guys, so the next one up right here is another one from LaVivid. I thought this was interesting and I'd like your commentary on it to see what you think about this hair system. This guy right here is wearing a LaVivid unit as well. He's gone for a shorter style, and we can see that on the sides of his head, he definitely has like a little bit more recession. So if we bring this one back, you know, he's kind of lost this temporal region, and he's definitely got some thinning, it looks like to me, down in this area. But this is his natural hair back here. So I'm curious to know, like, what do you guys think about this one right here? Now, of course, be, you know, cordial in the comments. Like, we're never trying to blow somebody up. We're just, you know, trying to learn from these people that are posting their hair systems and you know, trying to create a better hair system ourselves. Now, if it was me, I would say that, you know, from the front, this looks somewhat decent. And what I mean by somewhat decent is, like, it looks pretty decent. An average viewer on the street would probably not really be able to, you know, to tell what's going on. But we are going to do a little bit more critique, right? Just because, like, you know, we look at this stuff all the time, and we're, I guess, in the business of imperceptibility. So number one, I think this unit is too dense for this guy. Just, you know, this is very thick, and I think at one point he probably had thick hair like this. However, right here, his hair is definitely finer. That's not a question of the density though. This is actually about the texture of his hair is much finer right here than, you know, this up top. So I think that does come into, you know, into play right here. And I also think, did I say this is a different hair color? I can't remember if I said that already, but you know, that hair color does create kind of a strange line, if you will. So this is something to be watchful for. You know, this guy right here, like, it's gonna be okay for him, but you know, this is some stuff that we could watch out for in ours. So I'm gonna skip past this one right here. I do think this is a little bit too top heavy for this guy though. All right guys, now we're gonna take a look at one that comes out of Delhi, India. And this is, you know, interesting. This is a kind of case in point, something that we want to watch out for when we are getting our hair systems installed, and the styles, the haircuts, all this kind of stuff. This is a classic mistake or thing that doesn't look so good. So let's just play this video right here, okay? So we see this guy, wow, that was a quick transition, but you know, lots of hair loss, right? And now, boom, we put this hair system on him. Now, yes, super duper thick. We already know this. They probably do this one because, I mean, Indians, generally speaking, have thicker hair than Europeans, meaning the density is more. But you know, this is the thing that I want to talk about. So we have his natural hair right here, and then you can see this kind of like poof, and there's also like this wham, wham. I kind of call it the mushroom effect. But this right here is something to watch out for when you're getting your hair system. Parting your hair system can really be an issue, and you have to kind of learn how to do it with a little bit more grace to make it look a little bit more natural, because this just does not look good. Like, you have this bubble, this bubble, this bubble. That is not an ideal look when you're getting a hair system. So you want to try to avoid that, okay? All right, guys, we're gonna take a look at one that, I'm gonna be honest, definitely needs a little bit of help, more than the average one. And you know, I'm not picking fun. It's just, you know, I'm saying, like, kind of don't make these mistakes. You know, let's just be a little bit more tactical with our hair systems. So yeah, you kind of just got a little preview of what this is going to finally look like, but we'll play through the video right here. So we can see this guy, traditional, you know, shaved down, right, and he's about to get his hair system put on. So we know the deal to this point. Okay, so this is a very, very thick unit. Like, look at how thick this is. I don't know if you guys can tell from looking at this, but this is not your 0.02 millimeter thin skin. Like, that's got to be mono. I mean, the thing is thick, thick, thick. Okay, well, let's just kind of cut down to the final look here. So, longer style, just, you know, yeah, I'm gonna let it play. Yeah, so there's obviously, you know, this disconnected look right here, but one of the things with a hair system that's interesting, right, is like that parting thing. And I think one of the things that can be kind of tricky with a hair system is people a lot of times want to part the hair system right at the edge of the hair system and keep your natural hair in another direction. And this happens a lot when you have a different length hair system than your natural hair, right? Like, it has to be disconnected, or you have to kind of, like, you know, feather it down into your hair. Like down here, that's what I've kind of done. Like, my hair system extends a little bit lower, but I actually kind of feather and I train the hair to fall a little bit more naturally. If we go back to this right here, what's going on is this guy is parting it right at the edge of the hair system, which it's too low. Like, the part is too far over on the side, and this is exactly where his hair was cut. If you remember, like, let's go back here, we can see this is the line of his natural hair, and when we look back here, it's like he's parting it exactly at that point. And this is just, you know, this is something you don't want to have when you're getting a hair system. If you're gonna do a look like this, if you're gonna do something that's kind of disconnected, I really think, one, make sure the part is at the right point on your, you know, your scalp, your head, so a little bit higher than this, but also take some of this stuff from the hair system and flop it down, like have this blended in to your natural hair. That's, I think that's the best way to fix it, you know, let alone, you know, just the style is not that great. Okay, next up, I'm not gonna actually comment on this, but this dude straight up looks like Ron Swanson. I mean, am I wrong? Come on. This guy looks like Ron Swanson, right? He looks like Ron Swanson. I mean, come on. You guys gotta see it, right? All right, guys, I just wanted to show you this one real quick. This right here is a Hair for All video, and I love, like, covering their videos. They do a lot of cool stuff. But, you know, older gentleman in his, you know, his white years. He's Gandalf the White now instead of Gandalf the Gray. I'm just gonna skip right to the end though and showcase the style that they give him, because I just think it's a very, like, modest, casual, kind of tasteful style, if you will. Like, this is something that if you're older, makes sense for you to have something like this. He could probably go even a little bit lighter on the density right here. In fact, I'd probably recommend that if he, you know, asked me what he should do. As you're aging, don't be afraid to go a little bit lighter density and raise the hairline and stuff like that a little bit. I just raised my hairline a little bit, and I think it's providing me with a much more natural look. But, you know, this right here is super modest look, and I think the guy looks great, you know? Don't have to have a lot of hair. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. I gotta follow my own advice when it comes to investments and hair systems and all that kind of stuff. Well, guys, if you liked the video, leave a comment below and like the video. Thanks to Luvivid for sponsoring this video. Make sure to click the link below if you're looking for a hair system, and we'll catch you soon.